Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful. What is there not to like, my gorgeous Pisces? What is there not to like when it comes to the year of 2025? Oh my God, you have got number 10, 10, 10 when it comes to the numerology, and this, my gorgeous Pisces, means three really important things are going to take place when it comes to this year in your life. Number one, a massive problem is going to come to an end. A massive problem in your life is about to come to an end. Number two, because that massive problem in your life, it's about to come to an end. This problem was affecting you, your happiness, and it was affecting your productivity in general, and it was affecting your energy, and it was affecting your finances. So automatically your financial situation is gonna be absolutely brilliant by the end of this year. And I'm not saying that your financial situation is not brilliant now, if it is, but I'm just saying that after this everything is gonna be so much better, because your life is literally going to go on a completely different level. And the third thing, which is going to be absolutely life-changing for you, my gorgeous Pisces, and it's going to happen before the end of this year. You are going to have a life-changing opportunity. You would not have this life-changing opportunity if things didn't unfold throughout this year the way they are going to unfold. And that's why I'm saying to you, what is there not to like, my gorgeous Pisces? Oh my God. And this is just the beginning of this reading I'm going to have for you for the year 2025. So obviously I was unwell and I couldn't film for the whole month, so I skipped this month of January, because now the month of January has come to an end. And I'm sorry, my gorgeous Pisces, because I left you out. I left Capricorn and I left Sagittarius out, because I was so unwell and I wasn't able to film. So I hope that you didn't miss me too much, my gorgeous Pisces. I love you so much. I was getting all sorts of messages, bless your heart, and I am, thank God. Okay, so I'm going to start with February 2025. When it comes to the months of February, I need to say this to you, because there is gonna be like a really important discussion you are going to have with one person or with few different people. In February, the bottom line is that there is going to be such an important discussion you are going to have. And to me, it looks like it's something that you don't want to do, something that you don't want to think about, something that you're going to find rather difficult to do. But the sooner you do this, the better it's going to be, because to start with, when it comes to this important discussion, you're gonna need to have this discussion, my gorgeous Pisces, because your life is going to be so much easier after this moment in time. There is something really kind of bad which is going to come to an end through and with this discussion you're going to have. And I repeat, you will know which discussion this is going to be because as soon as you become aware of this discussion, or maybe some kind of a meeting or something like that, I can see you being so like, oh my god, I don't want to do this, I can't be bothered to do this, and things like that. But you need to understand that the outcome of this discussion in February, it's gonna blow you away. It's gonna blow you away. So on one hand, you're gonna need to have this discussion, and you're gonna be like, oh no baby, no, I don't want to do this, or I just can't be bothered to do this. Maybe you're gonna be nervous a little bit, and things like that. It's gonna be quite important for you. And also, I do feel that you are gonna need to talk to somebody, or you will be talking to somebody who you find rather intimidating, but you must not allow this person or this group of people to kind of take over. And very, very often in life, we don't want to do certain things, and there are certain things that we need to do, and we don't want to do certain things in life because we feel uncomfortable for whichever reason. But very, very often the outcomes of these situations like really kind of bring the best out in us, because we respond in such a way where when we feel uncomfortable or when we are unprepared, and it goes hand by hand, you know what I mean? Like if we feel uncomfortable talking to the certain people, or if we feel if we are unprepared, for example, then we respond in a completely different way. We respond in different ways, and that's exactly what's needed here. And that's why, and the actual outcome of this is gonna blow you away. It's gonna be mind-blowing, my gorgeous Piscelini, and you are gonna kind of be so much happier, because at the end of this conversation, at the end of this intense conversation, this intense conversation, it's really a lot to do with certain things that have been bothering you, and with certain things that have been on your mind when it comes to your life, when it comes to things that you felt unhappy with, for the last 8 months. So this is February right now, I'm talking about 2025, but for the last 8 months, there is a very strong connection and a very strong correlation with you feeling really down and feeling really negative because of this. And I know this may sound like, oh my God, it's like really kind of like confusing. I'm sorry, but you need to understand that the actual outcome of this intense conversation that you are going to have, oh my God, this in itself is going to start this process of you changing your life already. Because after this, you're not only going to be so much happier, because something is going to be resolved. Something is going to be resolved here. So you're going to be much happier, my gorgeous Piscelini. You're going to start opening your mind. You're going to start opening to all sorts of perspectives in your life. I mean, come on, do I need to say more? How important this is going to be. And can I just remind you that it's all going to start with this conversation or some kind of a meeting, some kind of discussion you will not want to do. You will not be too excited to do. But then again, at the same time, you are really clearly going to realize that the one phase of your life has come to an end, and the one phase of your life it's about to begin. And I'm talking about this phase of your life that's about to begin, that you're actually going to realize here. Your eyes are going to open. So you need to focus on that phase of your life that's about to begin here. Absolutely brilliant. And it really doesn't surprise me, my gorgeous Piscelini, when it comes to the months of February, how different you're going to feel. You're gonna feel like, woo, full of energy, mental energy, spiritual energy, physical energy. You're gonna be thinking a lot about connecting and reconnecting with like-minded souls, especially in terms of spirituality. Maybe you do have a lot of spiritual friends and things like that. Maybe you're gonna think like you need a little bit more. Maybe you're gonna start opening towards different types types of, spirituality, different experiences and things like that. But you really are gonna perk up, and you really are gonna feel like you want to reconnect with people in general, but this is all gonna boil down towards you reconnecting and connecting with the people that are like-minded souls. Maybe you're gonna start going to the certain events, like a spiritual events. Maybe you're gonna decide to kind of buy some kind of new crystals and connect to the people in that particular way. Maybe you're gonna start some kind of workshops and things like that when it comes to the spirituality. But just go with this powerful flow and see where is it going to take you, my gorgeous Piscelini, because all this right now, it's happening for a really, really great reason. This is the beginning of a really beautiful realignment. So I'm not surprised you are going to feel like this. So whichever ideas and realizations you are going to have in terms of your own spirituality, or in terms of connecting and reconnecting with the like-minded souls, just go for it, please, because this is going to be more beneficial for your life than you can possibly imagine. Because these particular people you do connect and reconnect with, you have no idea what a big role in your life they're going to be playing, not only when it comes to the rest of this year, but when it comes to the rest of your life in general. Because these particular people you're going to connect and reconnect right now, there are mind-blowing crucial ideas you are going to pick up on and you are going to get, and you will see how relevant this is going to be for you and for your soul. And we can only get this through like-minded people, indeed. And also, my gorgeous Piscelini, when it comes to the months of February, the same goes with you're gonna feel a lot you will be focusing a lot on healthy living. You will be even more, if you're focusing already, you will be focusing more on kind of healthy living when it comes to your diet, when it comes to exercising. If you're able to exercise, of course, you will be thinking about those things, quite a lot. And this is all part of it. Don't forget, I've said it's going to be spiritual. Spiritually, you will feel very strong. Mentally, you're going to feel very strong, when it comes to your physical energy, you're going to feel really strong. So it's important to keep going in life, when it comes to things like this. So some of you are going to decide to kind of change your fitness routine, for example, if you're already doing something like that. Or some of you, if you're able to exercise, you are indeed going to kind of decide to kind of start, this new page, and things like that. But it's going to feel so good, and it's going to feel like a right thing to do, my gorgeous Piscelini. It's so sometimes difficult to explain how powerful certain things feel, and how powerfully they reflect on our own spirit, once we take them very, very seriously. In terms of spirituality, when it comes to spirituality in life, lots of people are still sleeping. Lots of people think, oh yeah, he's talking nonsense, No, it's not a nonsense. It's an extremely important aspect of our lives that we must not ignore whatsoever. So this is why the month of February, my gorgeous Piscelini, is indeed going to be really, really important. And also there is something that you're going to hear in between February and March. There is something that you're going to hear. Something on the outside, something that's nothing to do with your life, something that's to do with things in the world in general. There is something you're going to hear when it comes to February and March, and something on the outside that you're gonna hear. Does that make sense? Nothing to do with your life, personal life, but it's to do with things in general, including the whole world, for example. But this can and it will kind of affect you. It's to do with something that you were kind of maybe worrying about, or you were subconsciously worrying about, my gorgeous Piscelini, when it comes to February, in between February and March. you will have like some kind of, like, maybe I should call it like a confirmation rather than anything else. So there were certain things that you're already aware of, and what are you gonna hear? It's gonna confirm to you that something may happen that you were like kind of maybe a little bit worrying about, but it's nothing scary, nothing to do with your own personal life. But it's also going to open your eyes. It's gonna bring a massive confirmation to you. It's going to open your eyes, and you are gonna realize that maybe you are gonna need to start thinking about certain things in life when it comes to you maybe preparing for something as well. You know, so if something happens that you're gonna realize that it may happen, you know, you are at least going to be prepared. And when I talk about it, and when I focus on it, when I try to connect to you, my gorgeous Pisces, I think that you're gonna feel like, what you're gonna realize that lots of people are gonna be lots of people would not take you seriously, and there are lots of people who would tell you like, oh, you're crazy, what you're talking about. But I strongly suggest you to follow your intuition at this stage of your life, my gorgeous Pisces, no matter what. And I'm not saying anything scary. I'm not trying to be a dark Lala here whatsoever. I'm not trying to be a dark Lala, because this is not to do with your personal life. It's to do with things that you already realize on a larger scale. This is what it's about, this confirmation that it's going to be very unique to your own spiritual experience. So that's why lots of people, and especially people who are not spiritual, are not going to be able to understand this whatsoever. And in terms of like planning, there is something going to come to you like some kind of a plan, like almost like immediately you will know what to do in order to protect yourself maybe if something happens later on. So I strongly suggest you to follow this path, because this path is unique to you, and it's unique to your journey, and it's unique to your destiny. And that's why this is going to be so important, my gorgeous Pisces, indeed. Okay, so by the time you get to the month of March, so I said this is going to be in between February and March, so now I'm going on March 2025. In March 2025, my gorgeous Pisces, you really are going to, in March 2025, you are going to have this like really amazing, a really incredible experience. In March 2025, my gorgeous Pisces, you are going to have this absolutely life-changing experience. But it's going to be like a spiritual experience. This is a spiritual experience. This is going to be a life-changing experience. Something is going to happen and it's going to blow you away. Okay, and the spiritual experience that I'm talking about, it's like really gonna happen so unexpectedly at the time when you kind of did not expect this to happen whatsoever. So this unexpected spiritual experience you are going to have in March 2025. It's not only going to turn your world around, it's not only going to open your eyes. The spiritual experience is going to make you aware of the fact, to start with, how spiritual and how open-minded you actually are. And this in itself is going to open all sorts of doors, you know, that, you know, were closed for a very, very long time, which means that now suddenly it's not only about this unexpected situation, it's not only about this spiritual experience, but what are you actually going to realize? What are you actually going to realize? You are going to have this incredible idea. Something you are so passionate about. You are going to have this incredible idea. When it comes to something you're so passionate about, my gorgeous Pisces, and when it comes to this amazing idea, just remember, it's to do with your passion. It's to do with things you're passionate about already. When we are passionate about something, there is a reason why we are passionate about something, there is a big reason why we are so passionate about something. And when we have on top of that this mind-blowing spiritual experience, that it's going to remind you how different you are, how powerful you are, how unique you are, how psychic you are. When you have such a powerful experience, you know, that kind of leads towards you opening your eyes, having this moment which is gonna almost instantly going to start turning your life around. It's not only about you being reminded of what you're passionate about so much, but it's about this incredible idea that you're going to have. Incredible idea you're going to have. And that's what I need you to understand. This is the direct result of everything I said here. This incredible idea. It's to do with your passion, it's to do with things that you're passionate about, which means that this is directly connected and correlated to your own destiny. Naturally, I can see you like, oh my God, when it comes to that idea, like, you know, you are gonna go into this mode where you're gonna be contemplating and contemplating and contemplating. Well, let me tell you something. This contemplation must not go on for too long. I understand. Because you will realize that once you have this idea, there are going to be lots of changes that you're going to need to make in your life. I understand. And this is the way we naturally respond to things, my gorgeous Pisces. You know, but the problem is that we kind of go and we think about things and we are contemplating. But the problem is, that's all natural, that's fine. But as long as it doesn't go on the next level, don't contemplate for too long, okay? Because this is to do with your own destiny. Not only you're about to find yourself on this path which is going to change your life forever in the best possible way, my gorgeous Pisces. This in itself, it's gonna start a process where you're also gonna find out so much about yourself, so much about your life. You know, you're gonna find out like how many things you still want to do, how many things you still want to try. This is going to open the doors to all sorts of new experiences in life that you need so badly. Experience you did not even know that you need. And this is why my saying that you're going to find out about yourself so much. And on top of that, my gorgeous Pisces, this particular idea, something you're so passionate about, it's also going to be remarkable. Absolutely remarkable when it comes to your finances and when it comes to your financial situation as well, because this is where this is actually going to lead towards. You see? Absolutely brilliant. So this is why the month of March, it's going to be really, really important for you. And when it comes to the April 2025, when it comes to the month of April, you know that this person is going to be on your mind who you haven't seen in absolute ages. There is going to be the certain person on your mind, sorry, who you haven't seen in absolute ages. And it is to do with somebody who maybe you even didn't see that person in like about maybe just like February and March, and this is a long time for you not to see that particular person. Or maybe it's like somebody who you haven't seen in like a year or a couple of years or something like that. But it's somebody who is keep on coming to your mind. But you're not connecting or you're not reconnecting with that particular person. I need to stress how important this is going to be. 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be in April. You are really going to be thinking about that particular person who you haven't seen for ages. I think that you're going to see some kind of a photo of that person, or you're going to hear something about that person, or it's just going to randomly come to you like, oh my God, I didn't see this person like in ages. And after that point, it doesn't go. You know, you just kind of think about this specific person. Oh, I love this person. Somebody really nice, somebody really gorgeous, but you've just lost contact with that person. And that happens. That happens. Nothing bad, you know, it's nothing bad or nothing negative necessarily. Sometimes people just, you know, take different directions in life, and sometimes people never reconnect, but sometimes people do indeed reconnect like never before. And this is somebody that I strongly recommend you to kind of do something about it. So it's somebody who has been on your mind, who was on your mind very often. Every time when that person comes to your mind, you always think like you're going to call this person, you're going to contact this person, but you don't. And this life is too short, my gorgeous Pisces. Too short. You know, we are here 5 minutes, like literally on this earth. We die and then we reborn again. And that's why I just need you to understand that something is going to feel different this time when you're reminded of this person. Something is going to feel different this time because prior that moment in time, something else is going to happen which is not connected to this particular person, but it's going to make you feel a little bit scared. Not necessarily scared, but it's going to make you aware of a time we have with certain people on this earth, you know. It's going to make you aware of what is going to happen prior this moment in time. And it's nothing to do with you, and it's nothing to do with that particular person that I'm talking about right now, but something is going to happen prior to this moment in time to somebody else. And this is going to shake you up a little bit, and this is what you're going to be reminded of, and subconsciously this is going to be like kind of guiding you. Do it, reconnect with this person, and thank God that you're going to do this. And I can see you, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Honestly, I can see you reconnecting with that person, my gorgeous Pisces. And once you reconnect with this particular person is going to be so happy. It's going to be so glad. But this particular person is also going to tell you some kind of a secret. There is some kind of a secret you're going to find out. Some kind of a secret. This is going to be really important. And when you find out this particular secret, it's also, I have to stress that this is something that you really need to keep to yourself 100%. You must not tell this secret to your best friend. You must not tell this secret to your family member. This is something that you need to keep to yourself. The more you keep this secret to yourself, my gorgeous Pisces, okay, the more you keep this secret to yourself, the more you are going to get out of this in terms of like a karmic reward I'm talking about. I really hope this makes sense. So your job or your duty is to like kind of keep this secret to yourself. There is a really kind of great deal of this secret that you will be able to like really use in life and make your life so much better. But it's also really important to keep this to yourself. That's what I need you to understand. And also, when it comes to the months of April, my gorgeous Pisces, do you know what? Remember what I said in March. I said in March, you're going to have this amazing spiritual experience. I mean, this is going to be huge. This is going to be so big. Not only spiritual experience, but I told you this is going to be leading towards like you changing your life completely. And I just need you to be as open-minded as you possibly can. And I also told you in March that you are going to have this like contemplation. And I told you don't go too long when it comes to this contemplation. Let me tell you something. By the time you get to April, and I'm so glad that it's not gonna go that far. So by the time you get to April, there is this amazing sign you are going to have. In April, my gorgeous Pisces, you see how spiritual this year it's going to be. In March, you're going to have a major spiritual experience. But then in April, you are going to have this sign. Oh, you're going to have a major sign. When it comes to this major sign, only spiritual people, only spiritually intelligent people can understand this. You, my gorgeous Pisces, are born this way. You're spiritually intelligent anyway. And when you are aware of your own spirituality, like you are, otherwise you wouldn't be watching me, you are the one who has got this magical ability to take your life on such a level, like where non-spiritual people can only dream of. You have got it all, my gorgeous Piscelini. And this sign, this major sign you are going to have in April, oh my God, somehow this major sign, it's going to remind you of your childhood. This major sign, it's going to remind you of how things used to be in your life like a long time ago. This major sign, it's really kind of going to kick off and like kind of remind you of certain memories, which are also going to make you feel extremely nostalgic. And this nostalgia, it's going to play a more important role than you can possibly imagine, because this nostalgia you're going to feel here, it's going to be directly responsible for you understanding how important it is to do something about this idea that you've had in March, and how important it is for you to really commit yourself to it immediately. Okay, so this is what April is going to bring you, like extremely important, my gorgeous Piscelini. And you know, when it comes to the months of April as well, you know, lots of you are gonna need to make sure that are taking some kind of supplements when it comes to like maybe like a vitamin D3 alongside with like a K2, which is really gonna be extremely beneficial for you. But you're also going to realize that you need something like omega-3 essential fatty acids. You know, some of you can get this in fish oils if you're okay taking fish oils, and if you're not okay taking fish oils, then I would strongly suggest you something like a flaxseed oil, for example, and things like that. You know, like a flaxseed oil, it's like a plant version of omega-3 essential fatty acids that you can otherwise find in fish. But this is going to be extremely beneficial for your skin, hair, nails, for your brain health in particular. I'm focusing on here. So when it comes to the months of April, lots of you are gonna need like a vitamin D3 alongside K2, which is going to help with its absorption, of course, and also something like omega-3 supplements. But of course it's going to be good for your skin, hair, and nail circulation and all these other things. But what I really think that you're going to find extremely beneficial here is when it comes to your brain, when it comes to your head, when it comes to your mind, because you will realize that you are going to feel so much better after this, after you start taking this. Indeed, if I say it, my gorgeous Piscelini, I'm most certainly going to say it. And if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. So the next months I'm going to be talking about, my gorgeous Piscelini, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be May. Now, when it comes to the months of May, my gorgeous Piscelini, it's like, oh my goodness. Okay, in May, you are going to have this message. Such an important message in May. Oh my God, this message is gonna mean to you so much. This is really gonna be so personal to you, so important to you. It's to do with a certain progress. This message is gonna make you feel really good and really happy, because you will know, you know, it's to do with a certain progress that you're gonna feel so happy about. It's to do with the progress, and you know, you have been waiting for this. You have been waiting for this. Or, you know, I'm not saying that you were waiting for this necessarily for years, but it could have been for like about a year, or it's gonna be like maybe in between February and 2, 3, 4, 5, and May, for example. So it's either could be like a long time that you've been waiting for it, or it's something you're gonna be really keenly that you're gonna be waiting for, something from like maybe February 2025. Very strong connection indeed. So this message is going to be really important to you, very personal to you. It's to do with a certain progress, but also at the same time, you just also need to understand that it's not only about this message, it's not only about this progress, but it's also realization. As soon as you get this message, you will be happy, you will be really excited, and I really do think that this is going to pleasantly surprise you. But you also need to understand that there is something immediately you're going to need to do. And I don't want you to make this mistake where you're going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this next month, I'm going to do this in 2 months. I can see you thinking, you know, oh, I can do this a little bit later. No, baby, no. You will know exactly. As soon as you get this message, as soon as you become aware of this progress, you will know what you are going to need to do. And I pray to God that you see my reading on time, and I pray to God that you understand what am I talking about right now, because it's more important than you can possibly imagine. Because by you, as soon as you get this message, you will know, you will realize there is something really specific you will need to do, and by you doing this right now, immediately, there is something that you're going to need to do immediately. And you will see, by you doing something about it immediately, not only you're doing the right thing, but you're also going to set the boundaries in your life. You're going to set the boundaries, and now it's going to be more important than ever for you to set the boundaries, you know, and I know whatever you're going to need to do, you're going to feel like, oh my God, I need to be brave, and you are going to be brave, because you're going to make a certain move. You're going to make a bold move, my gorgeous Pisces here, and this is going to be brilliant for you, absolutely brilliant. As soon as you make this move, you can expect within the next 17 days, 1-7, you can expect such a gorgeous surprise. Whatever you think it's going to be, whatever you imagine it's going to be, it's not going to be that. It's going to be something completely different. You are going to have a ridiculously pleasant surprise in 17 days after that moment in time, or within 17 days after that moment in time. There is an absolutely mind-blowing pleasant surprise you are going to have, and whatever you think it's going to come out of it, it's not going to be. It's going to be good, it's going to be positive, but it's going to go on to the completely different level, my gorgeous Pisces. And this in itself, it's really going to, oh my God, shake you up. It's going to surprise you. And there are 2 major choices you are going to be provided with. This is the moment in time when you're going to surprise yourself like never before, my gorgeous Pisces, because you are going to go for the choice you would never normally go for. And this is going to really bring such a powerful, sacred moment, because at that moment in time, you will realize how much you've actually changed. You would have never gone for that choice a month ago, a week ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. And once you realize that you've changed, something magical is going to happen within. And you're going to become like a magnet for the people and the experiences and the situations you want to bring into your life. Absolutely brilliant. There is a mind-blowing lesson you're also going to learn about yourself and about your life. You know, this can only lead towards such an amazing things in life. Indeed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The next month I'm going to be talking about is going to be June, my gorgeous Pisces. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, is it 2? Yeah, I already made almost made a mistake. You see, I was counting as January. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The next month I'm going to be talking about, my gorgeous Pisces. It's going to be the month of June 2025. Okay, in June, it's to do with this woman. and I really like this woman. Somebody really smart, very intelligent, somebody who's very different, somebody who's extremely spiritual, somebody who's extremely successful as well. But this person is like a real person in terms of their own spirituality, because it's somebody who's very successful, but somebody who doesn't talk about their success and things like that. Somebody who is like a really proper spiritual person, you know, who keeps certain things to themselves. You know what I mean? This person is not allowing like their ego to take over. There's so many people who are saying that they're spiritual out there, even on this platform, you know, like millions of them. Oh yeah, they're spiritual, they're spiritual. They have no idea what spirituality is really to start with, let alone taking this onto the next level. Understand yourself in such a way where you can explain this to the other people around you, you know. And I know that lots of people are not spiritual who are on this particular platform, for example, because they talk about their own success and things like that. Oh yeah, I've got this, I'm so successful. Yeah, no, baby, no, you're not spiritual if you're bringing that up, you know. You're just not. You're not spiritual if you're bringing these things up at all. You're something else, but spiritual, no, baby, no. So anyway, so there is this gorgeous woman here, and I think this woman loves animals as well. This woman is having like some kind of animal around her all the time, or this woman just loves animals a lot, for example. And this woman here in June, it's also like kind of connected and with nature in general. I like this type of person because I know that we would get on like there is no tomorrow. Anyway, so this particular person in June, it's actually going to play a really big role in your life, because this particular person is really going to inspire you. This particular person is going to inspire you, and also through this particular person you're really going to realize something that you are so indecisive about. Something, this indecisiveness have been really kind of slowing you down, my gorgeous Pisces, when it comes to you moving forward in your life. So you will know what this is going to be, because through this woman this is going to be revealed to you as well. This in itself is going to be like a revelation that you need so badly, my gorgeous Pisces, because through this person you are going to you're going to be inspired. But this inspiration is really a lot to do with you like kind of being so indecisive about something really, really personal, something really specific. And through this person you will understand exactly that there is some kind of a decision that you're really going to need to make, and it's based on something that you have been indecisive for absolute ages. But with this particular woman, boom, this is gonna change like immediately. This is going to change immediately, and you're gonna be like, also you're gonna think like, oh my God, why didn't I realize this before? Maybe this woman is gonna say something, maybe this woman is gonna do something, maybe this woman is gonna mention something. It doesn't really matter how exactly this is going to happen, but it's most certainly going to be extremely, my gorgeous Pisces, extremely beneficial for you indeed. And also, you know, I'm not being funny, but when it comes to the month of June, there is somebody younger, a younger spirit, a younger person, you know, in your life. Maybe this is your child if you have a child. Maybe it's your child's child. Maybe it's your nephew. Maybe it's your you know, maybe it's a child of your friend or something, you know, maybe it's a younger friend, but there is somebody who you consider to be younger, and it is a younger person, it is a younger spirit. Somehow this person is connected to number 2. Maybe they've got a number 2 in their date of birth, you know, but somehow this person is very strongly connected to the number 2. I don't want to make this too confusing, but it is to do with a younger spirit, younger person in your life. You adore this person. This is a gorgeous person. This is a very innocent person. And that particular person, somebody has made a decision, or somebody is going to make a decision for that particular person that it's not good for that particular person. So someone has made a wrong decision. So I do know it's to do with somebody who's younger. So their parent or somebody made a wrong decision for this particular person. They didn't mean to make a wrong decision for that person. Okay, and that person is doing whatever this people or person has made a decision for this person to do. Maybe send them somewhere to do something. I don't know, it really depends. But this is going to come up, and you're going to become aware of the fact. You're going to hear that something is happening to that younger spirit, and you're not going to like it. You're not going to like it whatsoever. And you will have the solution to that problem immediately. I repeat that this is somebody who is in your life, somebody really beautiful, and somebody who means to you so much. This is an adorable person and a younger spirit. And you're going to be angry when you hear what's going on in that person's life, for example. But you're going to have an instant solution, that there is a specific adjustment that younger spirit is going to need to make. But maybe you're going to feel that this is not up to you or something like that. It could be, if it's not your child or if it's not somebody directly connected to you. But you still need to voice your opinion, because you will have the solution to this problem, for a goodness sake, you know. Why? Because if you're so clever, you're so intuitive, you're so spiritually intelligent, it's out of this world. And you need to understand this uniqueness about yourself. So whatever you realize about this younger spirit to do, it's about an adjustment that this younger person is going to need to do. For example, maybe that person is going to start school somewhere, and maybe in that school people are going to be, the other children may be horrible to that person, God forbidden, you know, it happens. And then maybe you will feel like, oh no, you don't want this person, this gorgeous person, other people to be horrible to that person or to bully that person, for example. And maybe you're going to have realization, well, maybe we should send this person to the different school. And that's exactly what you should do, 100,000,000%, for example. And I'm just giving you an example. Just go for it and do this. Don't be afraid of this. If it's to do with your child or something like that, person directly connected to you, and you are able to do this, just go for it. But if it's connected to somebody who is like your friend's child or your brother's or sister's child or something like that, I still strongly suggest you to make a suggestion, to talk to these people, you know, and to make them aware how important this is going to be. Because if that person doesn't have some kind of changes right now, it's going to affect their lives, like forever, in such a stupid way, where I'm not saying that, oh, everything is coming to an end. No, baby, no. But I'm just saying that you will do God's work, because you will help for this child to not to enter like some kind of trauma, some kind of major trauma, you know, which will just unnecessarily like kind of affect this like child in the future, for example. So I'm sorry, I know that this may be like a little bit confusing, but I need to say what I see, and this is really important. And yet again, it's like clearly showing the power of your own intuition. Okay, very important indeed. So that's June, I think. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So the next month it's gonna be July. My gorgeous Pisces. So the next month, which is going to be, which I'm going to be talking about, is going to be July. And in July, you see, very interesting, very interesting. I think that you're gonna be enjoying yourself quite a lot. In July, you will kind of take a time out with your life without taking a time out, if that makes sense. You're not gonna do this. This is gonna be completely unplanned. And this is because, you know, the balance is going to be so beautiful in terms of the actual energy. Everything is going to be kind of peaceful. You're going to feel like really content in July. You're going to really start discovering a lot about yourself and about your life when it comes to the months of July. You know, and also this month, you know, you will you will really be enjoying yourself. You'll be taking like lots of little breaks, and I can see you really connecting and reconnecting with nature. For example, I can see you doing lots of like kind of meditating, lots of praying, lots of like kind of grounding, you know, for example. And this is absolutely beautiful month. It's a perfect month when it comes to the things like this as well. So at some point in July, you are maybe going to really take maybe 1 or 2 days out, like and this, it's going to be something which is going to be planned, of course. And I can see you like, you know, chilling out. I can see you relaxing, and maybe it's going to be like a little holidays, or where you're going to go on, or maybe it's going to be like some kind of retreat, or maybe you're just going to be like kind of at home, but you're just going to be in this really kind of you're going to be meditating, or you're going to be relaxing. And I'm talking about you entering like a little bit of an unusual and slightly different dimension here, because, you know, there are lots of factors that we need to kind of take into consideration when it comes to us reaching a certain level, you know, of our own spiritual experience, that we can only tap into once we relax. We are relaxed, you know. If we are too stressed, if we are too anxious, if we are too busy, it is very difficult and almost impossible to reach this particular state of mind. And that's why I'm saying to you, my gorgeous Pisces, that you are going to really kind of feel like you're going to be like relaxing somewhere, chilling out, and there is some kind of a vision you are going to have here. There is some kind of you're going to be thinking, and there is some kind of a vision you are going to have, my gorgeous Pisces. And this vision that you are going to have, it's really kind of suddenly you will maybe, let's say you are meditating, you're relaxing, and things are going to feel different. Things are going to feel really strange and really vivid, and suddenly you're going to have this vision, my gorgeous Pisces, where you are gonna be, boom, boom, suddenly reminded of you working with a certain group of people, or being surrounded by the certain group of people. This is what you're gonna be reminded of, something that happened already, okay? And you're gonna realize something, like you're gonna have this realization somehow, how to like kind of you're gonna have this realization how to bring this, not only how to bring this major problem in your life to an end that is gonna be on your mind, but you're also going to realize that, you know, a very difficult stage, like kind of your life, it's slowly but surely coming to an end, because suddenly you will be reminded of, like, maybe it's going to be some kind of conversation that you had with these people, or you heard these people saying something, and you will be reminded of this information, this important information that not necessarily you couldn't understand then and there when you've actually been there, and when you had this experience with these people. I'm not saying that you couldn't understand or you didn't understand what this meant then, but now, because you are going to find yourself at this specific state of your mind, what I said to you before, you're going to tap into something so specific here, and that in itself is going to be primarily responsible when it comes to you realigning with yourself, and when it comes to you digging deeper and realizing certain things about yourself, certain things about your life that you need so much in order to move forward. So you are really kind of going to realize here that you're ready for something that you probably didn't think that you were ready back then. And this in itself is going to open all sorts of doors to you, my gorgeous Pisces. And this is why this is going to be such an important month for you. In oh my goodness, very, very important indeed. And also, sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And also, when it comes to the months of July, my gorgeous Pisces. Also, when it comes to the months of July, you know what, make sure that you are drinking as much water as you possibly can. I know it sounds silly, I know it sounds crazy, but please make sure that you drink as much water as you possibly can throughout this month of July, and probably you will feel a little bit like sensitive to coffee and sensitive to caffeine. If you can possibly try to replace coffee and caffeine like with something like a dandelion, organic dandelion tea every morning, this is something that I energetically think that you're gonna benefit from like so much. Even if you're not drinking coffee, for example, I strongly suggest you to kind of like try to start your day with a nice cup of organic dandelion tea. I know that this is going to work so brilliantly with your energy, but it's also going to boost your immune system so beautifully, because I think that you're going to be rather sensitive to caffeine and sensitive to coffee. And you know, when it comes to the coffee, for example, I mean, I drink coffee myself, but you know, we do really need to cut out coffee as much as we possibly can, you know, out of our lives, to be quite honest with you, indeed. So this is something that I also wanted to mention to you, because at the end of the day, my gorgeous Piscelini, this is going to be extremely beneficial for you when it comes to you balancing spirituality and practicality in general, indeed. So there are lots of other benefits that you're going to gain from it, and you will see how much better you're going to feel. But especially when it comes to you, try to start your day with organic dandelion tea. And the reason you know me, the reason why I talk about these things is because all my life I've been doing nutrition, you know, so this to me comes naturally. So when I feel something very strongly, my gorgeous Piscelini, I'm going to say this, indeed, okay, very important in so many different ways, you know. And so now also what else I was going to say, sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next month I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be August 2025. In August 2025, do you know what? Like this month, it's very important when it comes to the relationships in general. Okay, so those of you who are single, for example, I do see somebody very interesting, you know, entering your life, entering your journey. So if you are single, I can see somebody really beautiful, somebody very genuine. It's about to enter your life, somebody who is going to change your life forever, to be quite honest with you. And I mean this in the best possible way. Maybe you've been through lots of things, those of you who are single, you know, and maybe, you know, you do not trust people as much, or maybe you do not open your heart as much, for example, but there is somebody very special who is about to enter your life here indeed. For those of you who are single, for those of you who are in relationships, this month is gonna be important for those of you in relationships, because you are both gonna make and agree on this life-changing decision, which is gonna connect and reconnect both of you like never before. Also an important month for those who are in relationships. This is gonna be a beautiful month, and you're gonna feel connected to your partner like you've never felt connected to your partner before. And if you're not looking for a relationship, or if you are in relationship, and I mean, if you're not looking for a relationship, for example, then this month also you are going to a really beautiful person is going to enter your life, but it's going to become like a really amazing friend, amazing spiritual friend, and you're going to feel like, where have you been all my life? That's how you're going to feel, my gorgeous Pisces, like literally. Okay. And also when it comes to this particular month, you know, you are really kind of going to feel so glad, because I don't know exactly what is how long this has been going on, but this month also you will be so pleased, because you will be able to resolve this big problem in between you and somebody else, that you were like kind of disagreeing about something, fighting about something, you know, bickering about something for so long. This month you will be able to like really agree something so important with this particular person here, that you have been arguing about or disagreeing about something really specific, and this really started to kind of affect your mental and spiritual well-being. And you know, this could have been going on for like a very long time, or it's maybe something that is going on just for the last few months, you know. But the bottom line is that a big problem in between you and somebody else is going to be resolved. And I do know that this is going to mean to you so much. This is going to put a big smile on your face. Maybe you're going to fall out with somebody, or maybe you're already fallen out with somebody, and that was like kind of bothering you because it was about something really stupid. Sometimes people can be so stubborn. Sometimes people can have an argument, you know, and people don't talk for years. And then when you ask people, well, what exactly happened? Why you're not talking? People don't even remember anymore. You see how silly certain things can be. But this in itself, it's really going to mean to you quite a lot indeed. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in September, when it comes to the month of September, oh my goodness, there is something going to come true here. Some kind of a wish, my gorgeous Pisces, is going to come true. Okay, you will be very, very happy when it comes to the month of September. You are going to have a really, really surprising news. Really surprising news in September. This is really going to shake you up. This is really going to surprise you. There is no doubt about it whatsoever, but it's going to be good. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this was one of my biggest wishes ever. I can't believe this is happening. And this is why, my gorgeous Pisces, always follow your path, no matter what. Okay, you will not be led astray. Life may be difficult sometimes, can be difficult sometimes, but that doesn't mean that we are not going to reach the destination we are so hardly working towards. And that's exactly what's happening here. There is a surprising news you're going to have. This is going to blow you away, baby. And it's also going to, it's to do with something that you wanted for such a long time. You will be able to relax after this moment. And you will know that this, you know, in itself is the beginning of, probably it's going to be leading towards the beginning of one of the biggest transformations of your entire life. So you better start planning, baby. You better start planning for your future right here, right now. This in itself is connected to the direction of your destiny you need to follow. So you are naturally gonna be kind of like in this planning mode, and naturally you're going to realize there are quite a few things that are unnecessarily draining your energy, and you're also going to realize in terms of practicality how many things are not practical for you anymore that you're doing right now. And that's nothing unusual whatsoever. It's all screaming from every corner the beginning of a really major transformation in your life. Oh my goodness. And this is for the months of September. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's September. When it comes to the months of October, my gorgeous Piscelini, when it comes to the months of October, now this is really important because, you know, really you are going to have a really pleasant surprise. Another situation is going to happen here. You are going to have a really pleasant surprise when it comes to the months of October. It's like you know, listen, this is important. Something major, it's going to be offered to you from somebody who you are just, it's not about what's going to be offered to you, but what is going to make you think. It's like, is there some kind of agenda going on here? It's more about the person who will offer this to you. So something major is going to be offered to you. You're going to love what's going to be offered to you here. It's a very interesting offer. That's all I can say. Okay, and you will know that this offer is gonna lead towards a nice lifestyle changes that you want, you know, lifestyle changes that you were thinking about. But what it's gonna throw you out of balance is who this offer exactly it's coming from. And sometimes, you know, even if our intuition is telling us one thing, you know, sometimes we do need to ignore our own intuition. This is a very difficult subject, but if we feel strongly that we need to ignore our own intuition, then there is pretty much so an underlying reason for that. Maybe we need to make a certain mistake on purpose because there are certain things we're gonna get out of and learn that otherwise we can't, and that in itself is necessary for our own progress in life. And I'm so glad that you're gonna avoid who this interesting offer is coming from, and you're gonna focus on what offer this is. And I'm so glad that you are going to have such a pleasant surprise with this. And this offer that you are going to have, you see, the only way I can describe this is a lot to do with a lifestyle change, you know, and this in itself, it's important because at the end of the day, you are really going to, again, learn something new about yourself and about your life. And later on, within the months, this particular person who gave you this offer in the first place is also gonna give you like a really crazy suggestion. Okay, this person is also gonna give you like kind of really crazy suggestion when it comes to this particular offer that you're gonna find like really ridiculous to start with. You're gonna find this suggestion ridiculous to start with, and it's connected to that particular offer. But again, you will not be able to stop thinking about this whatsoever. And then the more time goes by, the more a sense this is going to make to you, because it is something is going to be revealed to you in such a sense where you will be able to get to wherever you want to get to with this in terms of lifestyle change much quicker, much sooner. And this in itself, it's going to be like a really big learning experience because it's coming from somebody who you wouldn't normally trust to. But then at the same time, this is really going to open your mind and it's going to broaden your horizons. So in the future, later on, next year, you will be dealing with a similar situation, which is going to be crucial for your life and in general. And when it comes to that big situation you will be dealing with, you would have made a huge mistake if you didn't go through this. And I know this may sound really crazy, and I know it may not make sense because I'm saying now in a few months after this moment in time, but this is only preparing you for something much bigger and much better within the next few months, what's going to happen to you. And this is going to play what's happening right now. This is going to play a crucial role indeed. Sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And also, my gorgeous Piscelini, when it comes to the months of November, for example, there is something, oh my God, somebody who died, or somebody who's no longer in this world. It's like to do with a spirit. So it's to do with a certain person who is no longer in your life, you know. And when it comes to the months of November, you are really, something is going to happen, and something is going to remind you in such a crazy and unusual way of this person who is no longer in your life, somebody who died, somebody who passed away. You're instantly going to be reminded of this person when you have this experience in November. Maybe something is going to fall off the table and you're going to be instantly reminded of that person, or that's him, that's her. Maybe you're going to smell a certain perfume out of blue, and that perfume is going to remind you of that person. Maybe you're going to smell a certain food, and that food is going to instantly remind you of that person. It could happen in so many different ways. Maybe the temperature will go so cold, and then you will know, oh my God, Elizabeth is here, or John is here, or Mark is here, or you know, Melanie is here, or George is here, or Robert is here, you know, Leanne is here, you know, Frankie is here. You know, you can, you know, it can happen in so many different ways, but you're most certainly going to be reminded of this particular person who was in your life in November, and it's going to feel so strongly, so strongly. But at the same time, when that happens, you are avoiding something which is really imminent. You need to understand that this is going to happen in such a way where you really kind of standing in your own way. You need to release a really kind of, you need to change your way of thinking about something really specific that will bother you at around this particular time. This is the message here. So the moment in time you become aware of this spirit, you need to release some kind of negative energy in your mind. You're subconsciously holding yourself back. And you will know what this is. This life is really major. This life is complex. You will know what this is at that moment in time. I can't tell you exactly what this is. You will know that in November. But you will know what this is because this will be bothering you. And then you're going to, boom, you're going to realize something major, baby. And you're going to be able to snap out of it. Sometimes subconsciously we are preventing ourselves from making a certain step because we are scared or we are negative, but it's really subconsciously to do with the certain past experiences we've had, past traumas and things like that. So here, this is going to play a big role when it comes to you recognizing this and being able to snap out of it as well, my gorgeous Piscelini. This is why this is going to be so important when it comes to November 2025. And when it comes to December 2025, my gorgeous Piscelini, you know what? I see you like enjoying yourself. I see you having a great time. I see you being around people. It's like some kind of a party, some kind of a gathering. People are going to have such a great time. You will be surrounded by such an amazing people where you are going to feel so confident. You're going to feel so relaxed. You're going to feel so confident, my gorgeous Piscelini, in December. So it's about you being part of some kind of a party or some kind of a gathering here. And there are all sorts of like amazing conversation going to be going on and you will be enjoying yourself. So to me, this is to do with people who you feel very close to, or is to do with people who are like-minded souls who you feel so relaxed around. And there are all sorts of interesting and amazing conversation going to be going, and you will be like talking and enjoying yourself. Lots of people will be talking and enjoying themselves, and boom, something major, something big you're gonna find out. Something is suddenly gonna come to the surface. Somehow you see the power of being surrounded by really nice people who we don't care about. We relax to the point where we say so much we don't normally say, but we relax to the point where subconsciously we are able to absorb certain things into our mind, into our body, into our spirit, understand this on a completely different level, because you are going to hear something some kind of information. And that information, it's going to make you realize exactly what's restricting your life, what's slowing you down, what's restricting your life. You're going to realize this. And once you realize this, you will realize that you will want to do something about it immediately, because you will know that, this element of your life is preventing you to move on, and this is important. What are you going to hear? Because at the same time, at the moment in time you become aware of this restriction, at that moment in time you really need to see that as an opportunity to move forward with your life. So whatever you're going to understand and gather out of it, this is something that you're going to need to do. And I can see you doing something about it immediately, and almost as if, oh my God, you're going to feel like a little bit subconsciously sad about removing this restriction. Maybe this is to do with an aspect of your life that you find so difficult to agree with yourself, that no longer works for you. That's fine. But this moment, it's really going to shake you up, and it's going to allow you to accept this and to see this from a different angle, in a different light. So this naturally is going to enlighten you, my gorgeous Pisces. So this is going to be important. And also, when it comes to the month of December, there is something legal you're going to need to do. Not connected to this necessarily, but there is something legal you're going to need to do. This is either going to be the beginning of some kind of a court case you're going to decide to do. This is important, because this in itself, it's going to change the whole structure in your life, but in a good way. So it's to do with some kind of a court case or something really important and major you're going to realize that you're going to need to do before the end of this month. And I really strongly suggest you to do that, because it's going to have a really powerful impact on your life. Your structure is going to change in a really good way, and I can see you being very successful with this kind of court case or whatever you're going to decide to take on, for example. So do not kind of avoid this whatsoever. So if you're thinking about something like this, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a court case, but it's just maybe some kind of a legal proceedings or something really important, official, you're gonna need to do. The reason why I say this, because that in itself, it's gonna lead in the most surprising way, this in itself is gonna lead towards you having the biggest opportunity of your life before the end of this month. Before the months come to an end, you are going to have that opportunity, that massive life-changing opportunity I told you at the beginning of this reading. But it's gonna happen, and it's gonna come in the most surprising way you can possibly imagine. Oh my God. So now, my gorgeous Pisces, I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the week. This one just came out by itself. This doesn't surprise of the week. What are you talking about? Of the week, not of the week. Look, this just came out by itself, but it's just like, this is not your tarot card of the year. This is just you kind of already I'm picking up on you being really indecisive right now about something so imminent, Anyway, so now I'm just going to see what's your tarot card of the year, my gorgeous Pisces. What's your tarot card of the year? Let's just see. You better be something nice, because Pisces are going to have a go at me. Let's just see what's going to be a tarot card of the year, my gorgeous Pisces. Oh, surprise. You see this? Absolutely brilliant. You see, it's this is the year of excitement. This is the year of success. This is the year when things are going to start moving on for you in the right direction. There is no doubt about it. But you have to avoid being indecisive. and you have to keep you have to avoid falling into these brackets of like preventing certain things from happening just because you think they are a hard work. I will repeat that, you know, this is the year of changes, but this is also a great reminder that things are going to work for you perfectly. You just need to follow your path. You need to follow the call of your soul. This is what this year is going to be all about for you, my gorgeous Pisces. But it also means that now it's time to come out of your comfort zone. Now it's time to move forward with your life. Now it's time to open your mind. Now it's time to take risks. Now it's most certainly not the time to focus on how hard certain things are going to be, because it's not going to be even near as hard as you think it's actually going to be. And this is all the part of the process and progress of us growing and evolving, you know, and going on to the next level of our spiritual journey. This is the year when you're going to realize how powerful you really are. And now, my gorgeous Pisces, I'm just going to see what's going to be oracle card of the week, of the year. I'm crazy. Of the year. Of the year. So your oracle card of the year, my gorgeous Pisces. Let's just see, my darling Pisces. What's your oracle card of the year? Oh, your patience is about to pay off. Oh, be patient, and your patience is going to pay off. It's time to spread your wings, my gorgeous Pisces. It's time to fly. There are certain things in this life, in this world, we can only do ourselves, you know. This year is gonna be major for you. You need to trust me. You need to be patient, but on another hand, your patience is about to start paying off. And that's something I think is quite important to you. I know. Okay, my gorgeous Pisces, thank you ever so much for watching my videos, and I apologize that I still, you know, it took me so long to make these final videos, because I really was genuinely so unwell. I really couldn't do much whatsoever, so I hope you forgive me. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Pisces. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. You see, lots of people don't realize how powerful blue topaz actually is, especially when it comes to activating your third psychic eye. Yes, lots of people do not realize how significant and how powerful blue topaz actually is, because once we activate our third psychic eye, we start to understand things we never understood before. We kind of elevate ourselves both spiritually and mentally as well. This in itself, it's ever so important when it comes to understanding so much about ourselves in general, understanding so much about this life in general. You know, it really helps you to go through and to go forward in life with a completely kind of deeper, with a completely different understanding, much deeper, much more spiritual, much more serene when it comes to things that have been kind of bringing you down, when it comes to things that have been scaring you, when it comes to things that have been draining your energy in general. All this stops when you wear blue topaz. Why? Because you see things differently, and you know, because it activates your third psychic eye. You elevate yourself to the point where you see literally every single aspect in your life in a completely different light. right. So why is this so important? Well, it's important when it comes to you progressing in life and making the most out of life, but it's also ever so important when it comes to you protecting your precious energy. You know, it helps you to protect your precious energy as well. And this is why it's so significant. I mean, look at this. Absolutely stunning, my gorgeous people. And this is a handmade sterling silver bracelet. Okay, handmade sterling silver gate bracelet. It's 7.5 inches long and it's 10 millimeter wide, so that is quite wide. And of course this is like a really high quality blue topaz crystalline, and this is something that I would highly recommend you to wear, my gorgeous people. And blue topaz also allow you to channel your inner wisdom and find a perfect pathway to successful opportunities, you know. And to be quite honest with you, like anyone who wears this will embrace will embrace their authentic self and trust, you know, you will trust your own power, and you will most certainly, you know, do things in life that are gonna bring you success in general. You know, you tend to make the right decisions when you wear these powerful crystals. So whether these decisions are like when it comes to your life in general, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your success, when it comes to your career, when it comes to money, you know, it does help you quite a lot, you know, to make the right decision, because it grounds you. It grounds you in a really specific way. Can you imagine how powerful this crystal is when on one hand it activates your third psychic eye, therefore you elevate, you become so spiritual like never before, but then on another hand it's also very powerful when it comes to grounding at the same time, when it comes to you recentering yourself at the same time. And this is why, because you don't worry about things that you shouldn't be worrying about, and very often as well people don't realize how draining this is on our overall energy, you know, and we are not able to get in our life, you know, to the certain stage, you know, as quick as we actually could. So it really is ever so important when it comes to you realigning yourself like instantly as soon as you put this on, my gorgeous people. I really highly suggest you to get this beautiful blue topaz handmade bracelet for yourself, or you can buy it for somebody else. If you think that somebody else can benefit from it, you know, why wouldn't you buy it for them? It's absolutely beautiful. And the link to buy this gorgeous bracelet, my gorgeous people, it's going to be in the description below, or it's going to be, or I'm also going to pin the actual link on top of the comment section as well. But it is a rather beautiful bracelet, and of course I only have a few of these in stock now. And now it's time for something really, really special. Now it's time, my gorgeous people, for something really, really beautiful. This brand new pendant I have in my store, I only have literally few of them. So once they're gone, they are gone. This gorgeous pendant I have, it's an absolutely stunning amethyst pendant. Okay, this is a white gold amethyst pendant, and I don't know if you can see it that well. It's absolutely stunning. This gorgeous amethyst pendant, it's in white gold, and it also has two diamonds on each side. Okay, I don't know how well this camera is actually focusing. This is a quite dainty but ever so beautiful pendant, amethyst pendant set in white gold with two little diamonds on each side. And yes, these diamonds are real diamonds, like this amethyst is a high quality amethyst as well. When it comes to this gorgeous white gold amethyst pendant with two diamonds, two little diamonds on each side, of course they're not huge, of course they're not massive, but you know, this also white gold pendant, and this is a sterling silver chain that this comes with. Yes. And also when it comes to amethyst, you know, amethyst is absolutely brilliant and a very powerful crystal in many different ways, because it does have a power to enhance our immune system. And also on top of that, it helps with anxiety, depression. It helps to clear mind. You know, it helps to wash away toxic thinking, but also it encourages sleep patterns, and at the same time it eases tension, because it's absolutely essential for spiritual balance in itself. When we wear amethyst, you know, and we are in a relaxed state of mind, we have like all sorts of insights we wouldn't normally have. So amethyst is probably one of the most significant crystals you can actually get in terms of achieving such a perfect balance within our bodies. Okay. And also, when it comes to diamonds, for example, my gorgeous people, diamonds are also having a spiritual effect and a spiritual impact on our body, because diamonds, on another hand, believe me or not, makes us fearless. What a mind-blowing combination this actually is. Not only this gorgeous pendant is just so beautiful, you know, so gorgeous, but at the same time, it is ever so powerful. This is so gorgeous, like I cannot explain. As I said, I'm so excited, my God, about this pendant, because it's very, very gorgeous. But also, you know, I only have, you know, few of them. As I said, once they're gone, they're gone. Absolutely stunning, and a really, really unique little piece as well. I really hope you can see this. Absolutely gorgeous. And of course, if you would like to buy this gorgeous pendant, the link is going to be in the description below, but also you can check on top of the comments, because I will pin, you know, the links for these crystals on top of the comment section as well. But on another hand, you can also find the link for this pendant, like it's going to be either here or either here in one of the top corners. You will be able to click on it, and the link is going to come up that way as well. Or on another hand, you can simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way. Just click on it and you will see the first two products on top of my shop are going to be my two latest products I've just advertised. So you're either going to find this in the description or on top of the comments, or it's going to be in one of the two corners above me, or you simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way as well. And of course, if you would like to buy this gorgeous pendant, the link is going to be in the description below, but also you can check on top of the comments, because I will pin, you know, the links for these crystals on top of the comment section as well. But on another hand, you can also find the link for this pendant, like it's going to be either here or either here in one of the top corners. You will be able to click on it, and the link is going to come up that way as well. Or on another hand, you can simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way. Just click on it and you will see the first two products on top of my shop are going to be my two latest products I've just advertised. So you're either going to find this in the description or on top of the comments, or it's going to be in one of the two corners above me, or you simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way as well.